Welcome to Unwrapping the Gift of Grief, where the transformative power of healing is explored. Meet Crystal, your host, a grief coach, advocate, and author. She will guide you through the journey of grief, sharing stories and insights that will inspire resilience and wisdom. Get ready to discover the hidden treasures within life's toughest moments as she takes you on a journey towards understanding and healing. Thank you for tuning into Unwrapping the Gift of Grief. Let's begin to unwrap.
Hey,
What's going
Dr.
on?
Larry Tabron, how are you?
Hey, I'm awesome, Crystal, and yourself?
All is well, all is well. I just want to say thank you all for those of you who are tuning in on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you. You're in for such an impactful show. I have my guest. He's been here before, Dr. Larry Tabron. We're here to talk about intentional happiness and joy, the happiness blueprint, something that I feel like everybody is seeking right now. So, Dr. Larry Tabron, go ahead because we're not going to waste any time getting to the root of this. Go ahead and introduce yourself again for the people that don't know who you are.
Well, I am Dr. Larry E. Tabron Jr. I am the founder of Sun Prairie Excel Institute, which is the Institute of Nonviolence right here in the state of Wisconsin, the city of Sun Prairie. We deal with psychological behavior in our adolescence. We make men better men. We do a lot of reformatory, and we're in the schools, the juvenile institution, and things of that nature. I am an apostle in the Lord's church, whereas I pastor pastors, and so down through the years, I've been in ministry over 35 years. And so God has been par excellent to us, and He's been faithful. And so tonight I'm on the show, to just share a little content clarity, and hopefully with your questions and a few of my life experiences and maybe some answers, we can get on the other side of this thing called happiness on tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. And like I said, the reason I'm doing this is because so many people are searching for something. They're searching for purpose. They're searching for peace. They're searching for joy. They're looking for happiness. But what you have to realize is you have to be intentional about finding and seeking your happiness. You have to do the work. You have to do the work. And we're just going to kickstart it off for you tonight with this conversation.
Okay.
But always on Unwrapping the Gift of Grief, we always have an icebreaker.
Okay.
So tonight's icebreaker is, if you were the president and you had to declare a intentional happiness holiday, what would it consist of? Oh my God.
I am the president.
I'm sick of you already. I'm sick of you.
I'm not about to let you throw me on the bus now. I got to be ready with all my tools.
Well, put it back behind you so that you can answer this question.
All my tools.
All right, now, Mr. President,
Yeah.
this year we're going to declare. I'm changing it up. This year we're going to declare January the 10th, 2024, World Intentional Happiness Holiday. What does this day consist of, and how would you personally celebrate it?
Well, to all of my fellow Americans, we greet you with happiness on today. Happiness is fulfillment. Just really one word, fulfillment. Whether it's with a person, place, or thing, it's fulfillment. And I would celebrated by fulfilling whatever whatever joy. I like to skate, so you know this not only might be a National Happiness Day, but we might make it National Skate Day, because as the president, that's what I like to do. I like to skate. Um, I like to hang out, especially in the summertime, at the beach, at the lake. So, by it being January, we can't do that. So we going skating on National Happiness Day. I want people to take one day out of the year at least and enjoy fulfillment. Enjoy fulfillment. If that's getting a manicure and a pedicure. Um, um, I'm gonna crack a joke right here. My previous predecessor, he gave away a stimulus packet and told America not to spend it on any bills. I want you to enjoy it. I want you to enjoy it. And I'm sure that if you got that stimulus packet, you was happy. you was happy. Someone just dropped some money.
Absolutely.
In your bank account. You woke up and some money was dropped in your bank account, and you were told, don't pay no rent, don't pay no mortgage, don't pay no car note. I want you to take it, and I want you to have a day of fulfillment. That made a lot of people happy, But happiness is, Crystal, is not just about money. It's about peace of mind. It's about peace of mind, And somebody might say, you know what, just sit in my house and smoke a stogie or do hookah or sip some wine, watch some TVs, burn some candles and relax will put me in a peaceful, happy moment. So as of today, right now, I want us to clear our mind as we're moving forward in this awesome show. And I want us to declare this night a night of happiness.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
This day, you heard it here on Unwrapping the Gift of Grief. Today,
Today.
January the 10th,
Yeah.
2024, Day of Happiness. Intentional Day of Happiness.
Now, can I expound on that little one word right there?
Go ahead.
Because that brings clarity to the content as well. Intentional. You're doing this on purpose. This is on purpose. This is directed for you. It's not about anybody else right now. So it's on purpose. I am going to be happy today on purpose. It's intentional. I'm going to have a peace of mind on purpose. I know yesterday or earlier today, watch this. I know yesterday or earlier today, I was upset about this. I was grieving about that. My day was messed up. And I want you to take all of that clutter, all of that clog, and I just want you to put it in and file it under G. File it under G right now. File all of that clutter, all of that clog under G right now. And I want you to sit back, kick your feet up, and have a peaceful moment for yourself, intentionally for yourself. Now, if you pick it back up after the show, that's on you. But we're going to say some stuff on tonight that you may not have to pick it back up. You might can leave it filed under G on tonight.
Absolutely.
Intentionally.
Absolutely. Intentionally.
Yeah.
Intentional happiness, intentional joy, the happiness blueprint. Thanks for tuning in. Vernon, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Kyla, I see you, girl. Thank you so much for tuning in. So I'm going to go to Facebook right quick because I asked the question the other day. What does happiness look like to you? And someone said, James Kennemore said peace. Deshaun Smith, he said acceptance of the person in the mirror. I like that. And having confidence that the person you see is indeed a overcomer. Like that, Deshaun. Queen Vanna, she said fulfilling work and memories on all levels of life. Sharon Moore Carroll, she said peace and gratitude. I didn't put an answer up there. But if I was to answer the question, what does happiness look like to me? I probably would go with peace, a peace of mind, mindfulness, gratitude, thankfulness, gratefulness. That's what happiness looks like to me. Contentness. That's what it looks like to me. But you have to realize also, people, I just didn't get this way. I did the work to get this way. I cried some tears. I went through some therapy sessions. I did the work to become happy. Nobody made Crystal happy but Crystal. And that's what we have to understand. So, with that being said, I think you already did the first question. Define happiness and what does it look like to you? Okay. You want to reiterate, or we just going to keep it rolling?
Well, I want to say something because you just made a statement that you did the work. You did the work. Now that looks different for everybody. The work looks different for everybody. You're putting in work might mean you have to depart for some people. You have to
Yes.
put people out of your life. Or it could be the opposite. You have to bring somebody into your life.
Yes.
It could mean that there's a financial barrier that changes your status or changes your life. It could be a graduation from a graduation to something. I've seen, people go from not having a GED to obtaining their GED. That was a major accomplishment, so they was happy. Going from high school to college, going from college into their profession. And so those predicaments situate you that you put in your own personal work to obtain the level of happiness in that area that you wanted. But it looks different on everybody's scale. So I don't know if I go here with you, Crystal. So when you say that you put in the work, was that because you were grieving from something, or it was something that you wanted?
Happy was something that I needed.
Okay.
I needed happiness. I was used to being in a place of contentment and happiness. But somewhere along the line, I lost it. So I had to get it back. And whatever that meant, like you just said, walking away from some people, walking away from some things, facing some things, facing harsh realities, I had to do it because I needed to be happy. I needed to be happy. And that's something that I require.
Now, Crystal, before I don't know if this is in here or not, but I want to, there's a downside to happiness, and I have to tell your viewers, because happiness is temporal. That's the downside to happiness. Happiness is temporal. You could be happy one moment, you can be sad the next moment. Happiness is temporal. So this is why I like what Crystal said. I like what you said, Crystal. You put the work in. See, when you put the work in, and you remove some people, or you add some people, or you change your mentality about some things, that part of you is not temporal. It's not temporal anymore. It's really a longevity unless you change your situation again, and if you're like me, you've already been through the worst part, so I'm not going back there.
I'm not going back. I'm not
And
going back.
guess what, Crystal? I'm not letting you take me back.
Come on, somebody.
See,
Come on, somebody.
that's a problem that a lot of people have. You'll get to that place of happiness. You'll get to that place of coming out of the dumps. You'll get to that place of freeing your mindset from some things. And we allow people to bring us back. We allow people to take us back.
That's
Not
so
in
true.
2024. Not
That's
letting
so
you
true.
take me back. Go ahead.
But here's the other part of this, right? Because you just said something. You allow people to take you back. But I think we need to start being honest with ourselves. If you're not happy with yourself, why do you think somebody else is going to be happy with you? Go ahead and have a seat, ma'am, sir. Sit down until you get yourself together and stop bleeding on other people's and let these people live a joyful, abundant life. Go find you some happy. Go find you some joy. Do the work. Do whatever that is, whatever that looks like to you. Do it. But be upfront with people. Hey, I'm not in a place where happiness is a part of my life. We need to start
Mm,
being honest with each other and ourselves.
I like that. I like that. So you said
You got your pen out.
yeah. Because because if you're not happy with yourself, you know, if you're not happy with yourself, I want to make this like a little rhyme. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna make this a little rhyme, y'all. Give me one.
Oh my
Uh,
God.
uh,
Do 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 do
if
do
you're not
do do. You
happy
ready?
with what you ready? If
Go
you're
ahead.
not happy with what you got going on, you will bleed on people you stringing along.
Now that's
Bam,
heavy.
bam,
That's heavy, Doc.
bam. I ain't
That's
even write it down
boom,
yet. Bam.
bam.
If you're not
All right now.
happy with what you have going on, you will bleed on people you're stringing along. Y'all can
I
quote
like
that.
that.
That came from Dr. Let. I might have to do another dissertation about that. Yeah, that came from me. You know. Yeah, and
I like that.
that's what happened. We string people along. When you're not happy with yourself, it's like you stringing people along. You know you you want the companionship without the companion.
Absolutely.
Woo. Okay, you gonna
And
make
here's the other part of this. Here's the other part of this. You're stringing people along, and you're hoping that that person will wait till you get to where you need to be. No, not doing that. Like my friend, positively Trina. Hey girl, she on here. She said, not at this big age. We ain't doing that at this big age. No, why should I have to wait for you to become your happy, joyful self? Just like the Bible said, depart from me. Depart from me. Go ahead. You was really over there taking notes, child.
Yes, because I'm gonna
Question.
need this again. You'll bleed on people
Okay.
you string along. Come on. See,
Okay.
this ain't
Um,
for tonight, just for tonight for me. Okay.
I'm gonna
What's the
ask you
question?
this, because
Come
you
on
were
with it.
on here before. You were on
Okay.
here before, and you talked about the loss of your friend.
Yeah.
So I know you all had some really happy times together and made some amazing memories.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you've truly accepted happiness after his loss when it comes to like friendships, or do you still miss that camaraderie and it leaves a void?
He's unreplaceable. So there's definitely a void. No one will ever get that spot. First, I'm too old to give somebody that spot. I'm too selfish to bring in and then 40 more years with somebody to either prove their trust, I prove my trust. And then at the place that I am now, it's kind of hard for someone to match his level of energy of of, of ups and downs, because I've kind of like did all of the bad stuff that I consider bad stuff for someone to hold secrets. And right now I'm an open book, so what you see is what you get. I'll tell you anything, but back in the day, I had some secrets. And so he was that person that kept the secrets. He was that person that did not judge me, did not crucify me, did not ostracize, brutalize me in those moments, And so at this age, and I like what one of your viewers said, at this this
big
beautiful
age.
big age, the cat's out the bag, so it's hard for it's hard for him to be replaced because of our bond and of our trust factor. So yeah, it's a void. It's a void.
Okay.
Do I have string-alongs? Absolutely.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Talk about that. Talk about that.
Yeah. Well, it's to the avail that I have acquaintances and not friends, because the trust level is on different scales. He was a person that can come to my house. He was a person that can ride in my car. He was a person that I trusted with my innermost secrets. And so when he died, a part of that went in the ground with him, and that part I have not given to anyone because no one had it when he was alive. So yeah, I guess I do have some string-alongs that, if I feel like talking, I talk. If I don't, I don't.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Oftentimes, I tell people, even when I do my grief coaching sessions, I always tell people, which I got this from my therapist. She always say, be kind to yourself. So I tell people all the time, be kind to yourself because that matters. How do you feel self-compassion contribute to finding joy after a major loss?
Well, everybody's timing is different, so my answer tonight may not be the next person's answer, but I'll do the best I can to like give some type of median. But I had to find something to do to replace that phone call. For years, I would dial his phone number. Just, for years, I had him on my voicemail. Just to him say, "Hey, knucklehead, I'm trying to holler at you, And so, and then there were times that he'll be serious. "Hey, Dr. Larry, I need you to call me back now." It almost brought tears to my eyes right there. But, and so at some point, I don't know when, I had to stop listening to that voicemail. I had to erase him off of Facebook, and take him out my phone. Now, that's not the answer for everybody. I know that's not the answer for everybody, but to help me move on, that's what I had to do, because I always knew that I had it in my phone or on Facebook. So it wasn't easy. It it wasn't easy, you know, because you know now you want to go back. Why did I erase that voicemail? You know,
Right.
I can't I can't remember his number by heart, and now I'm mad, you know. So you know those I just remembered his number too by heart because I said I couldn't remember his number by heart. Now all week. Oh my God. Okay, never mind. That's nothing else. So y'all trying to break a brother tonight. Y'all trying to break a brother tonight.
I'm not
It's
trying to
not gonna
break
happen.
you. We just being
It's not.
open, honest.
It's not gonna
I
happen.
already told you this was going to be raw and uncut. And however you feeling, hey, here on Unwrapping the Gift of Grief, you're welcome to
Yeah.
say whatever you need to say, feel however you need to feel.
Yeah. I'm gonna switch
While we're
flags on
right
y'all.
here, oh Lord, thank you all for tuning in to Unwrapping the Gift of Grief. I have this question. Over time, do you think your view of joy and happiness have switched up?
Ooh. Do I think my view of joy and happiness? Well, those are definitely two different categories. Okay.
They are.
My view of happiness is different. My view of joy is the same. Joy is everlasting to me. So my friend did not give me joy. That was something that no human could do.
Absolutely.
But he did give me happiness because you know we always had some deep moments. We had some amazing moments. We did community service together. He helped me through some rough times of my life. He helped me cope with other losses. When I was in some situations, he coached me through it and didn't judge me. You know, so we've had a conglomerate of amazing times in our spectrum, but he couldn't match joy. Joy is something that I have whether I'm up or down. Joy is something I have whether I'm in or out. Songwriter said it like this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me and the world can't take it away. I remember sleeping in my car and I would thank God every day for the car. I didn't like sleeping in the car. I was unhappy and sleeping in the car, but I would rather have been in my car than on the street. So I would thank God for that piece of joy of having a car. And the crazy part is when I got a place, the car broke down. So I had to thank God for the place. Because as soon as I got the place, the car collapsed. It broke down. It carried me all the way through until I signed the lease. And when I signed the lease, I went outside to go to the store. The car broke down. Boom. So I walked to the store. You know, but I was I was happy that I had a place. But so this joy that rests in me comes from a totally different place. It's not predicated on situations and circumstances. It's not predicated on people. It's to me, it's much higher and deeper than that, because some of the stuff that I've been through, millions of people didn't make it, but I was one of the ones that did. So I look at coming through the projects. I've been to war. I'm a veteran. I've been to war. I have all my limbs. I'm sort of in my right mind. You know, I'm sort of in my right mind. Every now and then, some things might kick in, but you know, I'm sort of in my right mind. Mm-hmm. You know, so the joy is a lot different, but and it comes from a different place. Hopefully I answered that for you and everybody.
Okay. It's crazy that you brought up that song because I was getting ready to answer this question. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world can't take it. I battle with that because I've lost my joy some time ago. I've reclaimed it back, but I did lose it, and it did come from the world robbing me of my joy. So I thought, you know. But now that I realize that, hey, joy comes from, as you say, my relationship, my foundation. God has given me this joy. I'm embracing it, no matter what. But my outlook on joy has changed. My outlook on happiness has definitely changed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm such a church girl. Go ahead.
The beautiful part about losing is failure's not final.
No.
The beautiful part about losing. A lot of people don't embrace the loss. I've taken some L's in my day, but I've learned from those L's, and today I'm winning. You know, because I learned from those L's. And like you said, you know, you had a problem with that because you felt that the world took it. Well, if we was to go spiritual, just for a moment,
Go ahead.
I'm reminded of a story in the book of 1 Samuel when David had went away to Ziklag to fight a battle, and so when he came back, the enemy had took his wives, and he took his kids along with his soldiers, and so you know, the men were all upset because they said, hey, if we wouldn't have been over there, you know, fighting, you know, we could have protected our women and our children. So David went to God and he said, hey, should I pursue or should I fall back? You know, and so God told him to pursue. But I learned something in the pursuit. It never said, you'll never read the scripture where it said that the enemy killed his wives or the enemy killed his daughters. So when in his pursuit, he was able to recover all. So he had lost it, but he was able to recover it because he went on a pursuit to go get it back. And so when you say to me that, yeah, I lost it to the world, you went on a pursuit. That's where it comes in. When we first started the segment, I put in the work. See, I can get gangster right up in here, right about up in here. I can get real gangster, you know, because that's where that toughness comes in. That, you know, when I tell you that I'm thankful for what I've been through, that's where that project kid come in. That, you know, that project kid will kick in and say, hey, we got to do it by any means necessary. You know, that project kid kick in and say, no, you can't die right here. You can't fold right here. You got to get upstairs. You know, you can't sleep out here. You got to go upstairs. Now, going upstairs wasn't easy.
Thank you for joining our conversation tonight and for diving deep into the journey with Crystal. Remember, healing, it is a journey, and you're not alone. So, if these talks resonate with you, share, subscribe, and connect on all platforms. Together, we can unwrap the gift of grief. Until next time, Crystal is here for you. Find this podcast on all streaming platforms. Don't forget, this podcast is brought to you by Countess D. Pearl LLC Productions.